So, the organization that we will be analyzing the structure of is the Yorktowne Volleyball Club that is based out of York, Pennsylvania. This overview provides information on how the small sport organization functions. In order to describe the function of the organization, we will analyze the products and services available, the ideal target market, the current business position of Yorktowne, as well as how they position themselves compared to their competitors. And we also conducted a pest analysis in order to show how external factors have had or can have an effect on the organization.
Yorktown was established back in 1994 to give the community of York, Pennsylvania and the surrounding area a place to compete in competitive volleyball. In the past 26 years, Yorktown has trained close to 2,000 male and female athletes. This includes 172 all county players, 83 all state players, 21 Fab 50 players, and 6 All Americans. Volunteer coaches do not get paid, which puts the organization's main focus on participating athletes and bettering their experience with the volleyball club.
Yorktown's mission statement is that it identifies itself as a nationally prominent competitive program dedicated to advancing the personal and athletic development of youth through the pursuit of excellence in volleyball, fostering a sense of community throughout the club while promoting leadership in all club members. York Volleyball Club offers several different products such as bags with the players' names on it, sweatshirts, sweatpants, jerseys, and shorts. Yorktown also offers the opportunity to take several trips to a variety of places, such as Rochester, New York, for volleyball tournaments, and Nationals, which is hosted in Columbus, Ohio. At Nationals, players compete against other volleyball teams from around the nation, including Puerto Rico and Canada.
So, the target market for the Yorktown Volleyball Club consists of athletes from ages 14 to 18 years old. These athletes usually have a passion for the sport of volleyball and are looking to expand their athletic abilities. These athletes tend to live in the York or Harrisburg area, and these athletes are also coachable and bring a positive attitude to every practice and game.
What separates Yorktown from the competitors? Being the only club in the York area gives the organization a higher chance of getting the kids in the area to join the club because it is more convenient for traveling purposes. The organization emphasizes on prioritizing their athletes and making kids more well-rounded on and off the court. Having Division 1 through 3 coaches attend practices and tournaments gives exposure to possible higher level competition for the athletes that are thinking of furthering their athletic careers at the collegiate level. Some of the competing organizations are not able to give the same opportunities Yorktown does.
The customer needs that are offered through the program is that parents can give their kids an opportunity to compete against other kids their own age and learn how to work hard together in a group-based setting. Athletes also learn discipline through coaching instruction. The opportunity to meet with college athletes and coaches in order to possibly extend their athletic and academic careers in college as well.
So, for positioning, as a whole, the organization wants to be looked at as an exceptional club for the kids of their local community to participate in to become improved athletes and people. Yorktown Volleyball Club's goal is for customers to perceive their services as something that could better their child's volleyball skills while learning discipline and making new friends. As for the competition, Yorktown would like to be viewed as a top end volleyball club who has great players that are well coached. It's important to make the club competitive and respected amongst other clubs.
How are the competitors positioning themselves? Competitors such as Red Rose and Prevail volleyball clubs try to compete with Yorktown by promising loyal coaches and a winning team. They recruit top of the line coaches who coach successfully at either the high school level, the college level, or professional level. Participate in fundraisers so they're able to pay for better equipment and nicer jerseys as well.
Yorktown's current business position is that the coaches, athletes, parents, and other members of Yorktown Volleyball Club want to share the vision of creating and supporting a program that has profound positive effect on the young athletes within the context of competitive volleyball. We help young athletes develop life skills by teaching them to set challenging yet achievable goals. We assist young athletes to achieve these goals by instilling in them a personal commitment to support each other and work as a team. We pledge to do whatever it takes to create and support such a program.
So within Yorktown, there are a few departments that contribute to the structure of the organization. The first department is the accounting department. Dan Nickel is in charge of keeping track of payments and purchasing the volleyball equipment for the club. The coaching staff consists of all volunteers who don't get paid to coach the teams. These coaches range from college coaches, high school coaches, and alumni. The Yorktown Volleyball Boosters are usually alumni, and they are generously give the organization money in order to purchase volleyball equipment and more apparel for the athletes. Josh Brenneman is the head of the organization, and he oversees all Yorktown volleyball teams. He's also in charge of answering athletic, travel, and recruiting questions.
Through doing a pest analysis of the Yorktown organization, there are some external factors that can be determined as the reasoning why the organization may be experiencing some trouble with success. The first part of the pest analysis has to do with political influences that can or already have affected the Yorktown organization. Yorktown Volleyball Club is made up of several volleyball teams ranging from middle schoolers to seniors in high school. A global and political effect that can harm the club is COVID-19. It will be a liability concern if the child catches the virus while playing for the organization. Safety measures will have to be taken, such as wearing masks on the bench. A problem the virus poses is that in volleyball, everyone on the court touches the ball, making the spread of the virus even more likely. Another effect COVID poses on Yorktown is their trip to tournaments and nationals. Teams come from all over the world to compete in volleyball tournaments, but that may no longer be an option due to the lack of people being let into the country at this time.
The economic factor of the pest analysis is that economic growth may be difficult at this time for Yorktown Volleyball Club because of COVID-19. There will be a decline in kids trying out for the teams this year because of the risk associated with playing during the pandemic. It has become increasingly important to promote the club and make it well known that they are taking precautions to protect their athletes. Precautions are being taken such as athletes wearing masks on the bench, disinfecting the balls often, and socially distancing the seats on the bench.
The third part of the pest analysis includes the sociological effects that will play into the future of the organization. It is important to Yorktown Volleyball Club to have a tight-knit relationship with their community. Fundraisers have been held every year in order to earn money to fund the teams. Charitable events will have to be virtual or socially distanced this year due to the virus. In addition, it will be more important than ever to reach out to the community as much as they can in order to draw new recruits to the club. In order to do this, they will need to reassure parents of their child's safety and organize a plan in case of an emergency. It is important to state that Yorktown's coaches do not get paid and are all volunteers. This helps the club put as much focus on the kids' needs as possible.
Finally, the last portion of the pest analysis takes a look at the technological factors that the organization will end up dealing with at some point. Technology will be a vital part of Yorktown's operations this year. Due to the pandemic, Yorktown is taking precautionary measures to ensure the safety of others by holding team and coach meetings over Zoom. Practice is held only twice a week, and the remainder of days, teams will be meeting on Zoom. In addition, all fundraising events will be held virtually. At club events, usually the players would run the score table, but this year it will be done on an electronic scoreboard. Team sign-ins for tournaments will also be completed online, reducing the amount of face-to-face contact.
So we found a few news articles talking about the Yorktown Volleyball Club. The first article is all about how Yorktown was able to find success in nationals during their 21st season. The article shows off the reputation that Yorktown has as one of the organizations in PA that is able to collect some of the best volleyball talent. The second article, titled Yorktown Athletes Leading the Chance to Play On, discusses some of the issues that were faced this season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Athletes conducted a petition called Play On that asked athletes, parents, and supporters of the sport to sign in favor of allowing asymptomatic student athletes to return to play faster than the rules had originally allowed for. The third article was all about highlighting a player named Jacob Pastor. Jacob started out as an assistant to the girls' volleyball team at his high school. He then decided he wanted to play, so he joined Yorktown Volleyball Club. Since joining the club, he has been ranked nationally in polls, and he is set to play for the U.S. national team in the near future. Finally, the last article is about how the Yorktown 17 Blue team received a bid to nationals. This article talks about their journey throughout the season, as well as how they are set to compete at nationals. It won't stop recording, so